Hello and welcome to Nelson College London's Virtual Open Day. My name is Bruce McLaughlin. I'm the manager of the Knowledge Exchange Centre and I'll be your host for the duration of today's event. We have a packed agenda for you today, including a message from Jeffrey Alderman, our college principal, some information about the college itself. We'll spend a few moments exploring your educational journey with the college. We'll look in some depth at the programmes that the college offers, firstly starting out with the London Met programmes, and then continuing that journey with a look at the Pearson programmes. I'll be telling you a little bit about the Knowledge Exchange Centre. Then we have some information for you on student welfare. Finally, when it comes to questions and answers, we'd ask you to hold on to those until the end of the presentations and then use the chat facility within this webinar so that you can communicate with us, and we'll do our best to answer all of the questions that we haven't covered during the presentations. So let's open proceedings with a few words from our principal, Professor Jeffrey Alderman.
It gives me great pleasure to welcome you as a student at Nelson College London. The mission of Nelson College is to offer access to higher education to people from the widest possible range of backgrounds, enabling them to transform their lives through the acquisition of the knowledge and skills that they need to succeed in their chosen careers. We pride ourselves on the very high quality of the education and training that we provide. Currently, we enjoy a silver rating in the government's Teaching Excellence Framework. Our most recent National Student Satisfaction Survey recorded an overall satisfaction rate of 98.4%, and we're registered with the Office for Students at the highest possible level of approval. So my task, and that of my staff, is to ensure that your time at the college is marked by a high-quality learning experience so that your independent learning skills are fully developed with all the support, advice and encouragement we can give you, making learning enjoyable as well as meaningful. If you have any problems concerning your programme of study, please do not hesitate to contact the relevant department. Meanwhile, I would like to take this opportunity to wish you every success in your academic career at Nelson College London.
I would now like to introduce you to our Executive Board of Governance. Firstly, to our three directors. There's Nazimuddin, who as well as being a director is also head of quality assurance. Then we have Atiq Islam, who in addition to his role as director is the head of administration, finance and human resources. And thirdly, we have Shiraz Islam, who is also head of marketing and work-based learning. Next, we have our principal, Professor Jeffrey Alderman, who of course you've already heard from. Last, and certainly by no means least, we have Alexandra Osiniagova, who is the head of academic services and is also safeguarding officer for all of our students. Nelson College London is registered in both England and Wales. We operate across two campuses, one of which is in Ilford and the other one which is in Gants Hill. The college is recognised as highly trusted by the UKVI, which means we're authorised to take on Tier 4 students should we wish to. We offer 8 courses to our students. You'll be getting some further information on each of those as today unfolds. Let's quickly explore your educational journey with Nelson College London. We have two programs that might be viewed as your starting point with the college, and within each of those there are two sub-options. Firstly, there's our Higher National Diploma programme, and within that we offer that in both business and hospitality management. Then there's the Foundation Degree programme, which also has options in hospitality management and business. Both of those programs are for a duration of 2 years, at the end of which you'll be entitled to join our top-up program, which will allow you to receive a BA Honours in either business or hospitality. The top-up program has a duration of 1 year, at the end of which students will be able to apply to take a 4th year with the college, as we are proud to announce that we are introducing an MA in International Business in both hospitality and indeed business, and that commences September 2020. Under the auspices of the Office for Students, we have an approved access and participation plan which allows us to target prospective students from underrepresented groups, such as underrepresented ethnic groups, for example, black, minority and ethnic students, mature students, students from low participation neighbourhoods, students from low-income backgrounds, care leaver students, and students living with a disability. Further details on our access and participation plan can be found on the college website. Here, to tell you all about the HND Hospitality Management Programme, I'd like to welcome Margaret Amankwa.
Thank you, Bruce. In this section, I'll be covering the Higher National Diploma in Hospitality Management. The HND Hospitality Management is a Level 4 and Level 5 qualification made up of 240 credits. This 2-year program is equivalent to Year 1 and Year 2 of a degree program. It is a BTEC Higher National Diploma awarded by Pearson. This award is recognized by almost all universities in the UK and in more than 140 countries. In 2 years, you will complete 15 units equivalent to 240 credits required for you to achieve an HND award. This is the course structure for Year 1. You can see from the table that you will be studying for 3 terms. In Term 1, you will study 3 units, namely managing the customer experience, managing food and beverage operations, and hospitality marketing essentials. These 3 units introduce you to dealing with customers. It also gives you an insight into food and beverage operations such as bars, restaurants, etc. And also basic marketing skills that you need to know in a hospitality business. So these are the first term units that you're going to study with. In term 2 of Year 1, January to March term, you'll be studying managing accommodation services and the hospitality business toolkit. This also gives you some insight into accommodation services, lodgings, etc. Also, hospitality business toolkit is like the basic toolkit that you need for a business. This involves basic accounting functions, fundamentals of basic accounting such as profits and loss accounts and costings. These are things that you need to be able to set up your own hospitality business or working, even if it means you're working in the industry. In term 3, which is the May to August term, you'll be studying contemporary hospitality industry, leadership and management for service industries, and professional identity and practice. Now, you'll find out that by this time, you'll be getting used to different units and you're beginning to gain more skills that you need to plunge into the course fully. These units in term 3 are introducing you more into the hospitality industry. It's kind of introducing you also to leadership skills that you need to get into management positions within the industry. Not to mention professional identity and practice, which gives you more information about your own professional development. By the end of year 1, you would have finished all your level 4 units, and this will prepare you for year 2. At the end of year 1, you will be expected to complete 8 units. However, if for some reason you are not able to do so, for various reasons, the table shows that you have unconditional progression if you complete 6 to 8 units, and conditional progression if you have completed 3 to 5 units. But you will be terminated from the program if you do not complete any units from 0 to 2. I hope none of you will find yourselves in the 0 to 2 column. Complete your work timely and you should not have any problem. The course structure for year 2 is still very similar to year 1. You still have 3 terms. Term 1, September to December, Term 2, January to March, and Term 3, May to August. You'll find out that in Term 1, you'll be studying food services management, hospitality, consumer behavior and insight, global events. And in Term 2, you have research project, menu development planning and design. And Term 3, you have integrated marketing, hospitality business strategy, and research projects. You will be studying 7 units in the whole of year 2. All the units are level 5 units of 15 credits with a 30 credit module, which is the research project unit. You will study this in year term 2 and 3. Now, the research project is mainly about basic research methodologies, real-time projects in the hospitality industry, and you are expected to convey this in academic style writing. For you to achieve your HND in hospitality management, you need to pass all your 15 units. These year 2 units are mostly specialist units and 2 core modules, especially units such as the global events, which talks about global industry, events in the whole industry, types of events, background of events. And also you'll be looking into menu planning and development and design, menu development, planning and design, which looks at the insight of menus and how you have different types of menus within a particular hospitality business, be it a restaurant or fast food. Now you also have a food services management module, which looks at different types of services within the food business. All these modules are level 5 and you need to complete all of them in order to achieve your HND. Now you have been given a whole list of 15 units. The question is, how do we deliver these units to you in a way that you would fully participate and have an enjoyable study journey? During lectures, tutors have face-to-face interaction with students within the classroom environment, and by doing this, they share knowledge through the use of presentations, through the use of videos within the class, and also group work. We highly recommend group work, and the lecturers use this throughout lectures. We deliver through mandatory group tutorials and personal tutorials. This is focused on one-to-one support teaching led by individual students' requirements. Also, this is very useful in the run-up to assessment. During workshops, real-life case studies are used to build on knowledge shared by tutors and seminars, and they are very useful. We also teach by using blended learning approach. It is a combination of face-to-face and online learning. This helps students to gain personalized support and guidance to complete activities remotely. Every term, field trips are planned, and these have direct relevance to the syllabus. They add value to your learning experience and allows you to relay theory to practice. It also helps you to experience organizations in action, also to open your mind to the different career routes you may be interested in. Therefore, pay attention when you go on these visits, real life events, and field trips. You can check on the website and see some of the interesting places that we've been. We have been to Food Festival in Florence, Italy, and the students did learn a lot during this trip. In addition to field trips, we invite guest speakers, and these are industry experts who come in and share their knowledge and experience and expertise with students. We also have employers forum every term where students have direct interactions with employers. And during these forums, there's a lot of question and answer and knowledge shared. Students have been even able to secure employment through these sessions. Another effective way of delivery is through our VLE, virtual learning environment. Tutors upload taught materials, presentation slides, and handouts. They also give information about further reading and program documents such as assignment briefs, unit handbooks. Assessment submission links are also on the virtual learning environment where you submit your work. This is where you can find everything to do with your course. During COVID-19, the college delivered teaching and learning using Office 365. This allowed students to access Microsoft Teams through the VLE. All students have access to VLE and are able to participate in our online delivery. As you can see from these photos, Nelson College London encourages our students to learn whilst having fun at the same time through various activities available to them. Thank you very much for listening. The HND-HM program expects you to submit your assignments for all your 15 units. These assignments come in different formats. We use different methods and examples are shown in the slide. You'll be asked to submit assignments, portfolios, or projects. And these projects are mostly consist of 2,500 to 3,000 words. Depending on the particular unit, some assignments may require that you produce PowerPoint presentations or storyboards. These may just be part of a unit or a particular learning outcome. You may also be required to produce academic posters or fact sheets whereby you would have done extensive research and produced this in a fact sheet or academic or poster format. You may also be required to do a reflective journal or a report. This will be through self-reflection on a particular unit. When you start the course, you'll be given assignment briefs within the first 2 weeks. This allows you to go through your required assessment during your group tutorials sessions and personal tutorial sessions. As you keep the required expectations, you will be on track. Good luck on your learning journey. Thank you. Finally, I will be looking forward to seeing you all on the HND Hospitality Management Program. And as you can see, your final reward will be an HND award in hospitality management. Thank you.
Thank you, Margaret. And now, to tell you about things from the HND business aspect, it's my pleasure to welcome to our virtual stage Dr. Mudassar Mahmood.
The course HND Business, or Higher National Diploma in Business, is a 2-year program. It's divided into 2 levels, Level 4 and Level 5. Year 1 is Level 4 and Year 2 is Level 5. The course consists of 15 units and you will be achieving 240 credits at the end of the program. The diploma itself is awarded by an organization called the Pearson. The diploma awarded is recognized by almost all the universities within the UK and a number of universities across the world. The college aims to achieve a number of objectives through this program, some of which are given below. To provide education and training for a range of careers in business, including management, administration, human resources, marketing, entrepreneurship, accounting, and finance. To equip students with knowledge and understanding of culturally diverse organizations, cross-cultural issues, diversity, and values. To provide opportunities for those students with a global outlook to aspire to international career pathways. To provide opportunities for students to achieve a nationally recognized professional qualification. To offer students the chance of career progression in their chosen field. To allow flexibility of study and to meet local and specialist needs. To offer a balance between employability skills and the knowledge essential for students with entrepreneurial, employment, and academic aspirations. As mentioned earlier, the course HND Business consists of 15 units. This slide and next slide provide a list of all those modules which you will be studying over the period of 2 years. This slide and next slide provide the title of the modules, their unit code, and credit of each one of the modules. The slide also provides information of the units which you will be studying in Year 1 and the units which you will be studying in Year 2. Please take a few moments to familiarize yourself with these modules. Continuing with the structure of the course, each year of 2 years of HND Business has been divided into 3 terms. Your course will start in September, which is term 1. Second term starts in January and third term starts in May. Each term lasts between 10 and 12 weeks. Last 2 weeks of each term is usually kept for revision and submission. In each term, you will be studying between 2 to 3 modules, and you will have to work on 2 to 3 assignments in each one of those terms. The assignments will be due, or you will have to submit the assignment by week 10 or week 12, depending upon their deadlines.
Thank you, Mudassar. That was great. Before I introduce our next speaker, perhaps I can just remind you that if you do have any questions that occur to you whilst you're watching the presentations, please do feel free to drop those into the chat section so that we can answer those for you. Anyway, let's pass over to our next speaker. It's my pleasure to introduce you to David Douglas, who is the head of program delivery for all of our programs, and he's going to tell you a little bit about the London Met programs.
Thank you, Bruce, for that wonderful introduction. I would now like to introduce students to the range of London Metropolitan University programmes delivered through Nelson College. We have 2 foundation degree programmes, one in business, the other in hospitality management, and both these programmes are for a 2-year duration. We have 2 BA honours degree top-up programmes, one in business and one in hospitality management, and both are for a 1 academic year duration. And finally, launching this September on the 21st, we have our MA International Business Management and our MA International Business Hospitality. The duration of both these programmes is 12 months. Mr. Mohad Shakil Haq is the Assistant Academic Manager for all London Metropolitan University programmes. Moodle is an open source learning platform, and this virtual learning environment contains many tools to assist our students in their study. These include class notes, student notifications, case studies, course-relevant videos, class timetables, academic calendars, and students can also communicate with their tutors through this platform. Microsoft Teams, part of Microsoft Office 365, is a chat-based platform that Nelson College uses to conduct online teaching, hold meetings, and share documents. This is the primary teaching methodology used for our new MA International Business programmes, launching this coming September. Nelson College London will provide each student with email IDs and login instructions. Please remember, these are private security details and should not be shared with other users. Our approach to student learning here at Nelson College is based on the development of 4 key skill sets for our students: acquiring knowledge, developing employability and enterprise, broadening knowledge and improving research, and interpersonal and team building. These key elements are delivered through lectures and tutorials, workshops and field trips, student manuals, module specifications, IT labs and one-to-one support, and extracurricular activities and online resources like our virtual learning environment. We are very aware of the need for students to have access to personal and academic support throughout their studies. We therefore have a team of dedicated academic and student support tutors for this purpose. Students will also be allocated a personal academic tutor, or a PAT as we call them, who will also act as the first point of contact for any other academic problems. Any student not attending classes or not submitting assessments will be regarded as at risk. In this case, we will seek to help and support the student immediately, designing guided learning and creating individual learning plans. These initiatives are designed to help students through any difficult stages and ultimately succeed on their course. Attending classes and submitting work on time is key to completing your course successfully. For FDA Business and Hospitality Management, this will be 2 days per week, and on the BA top-up programs and master's degree programs, this will be 3 days per week. Alternative blended learning formats will be discussed with students at interview as a contingency should it be deemed necessary under government COVID regulations. All assessments should be submitted on time through the VLE by the student and not by a member of staff. Links are closed once the submission date has passed. For more information on each of these programs and the module content detail, please follow the links that are available at the end of the main presentation. Also, the entry requirements for each program are available on the Nelson College website.
Thank you, David. So now you've heard all about the 3 different program groups that we have available to you as prospective students. I'd just like to tell you a little bit now about what my own team does, the Knowledge Exchange Centre, in our work to support all of our students. So, I'd like to take you on a journey through some of the things that KEC does for Nelson College London's students. Within the KEC department, we have one team that's focused on career development and employability. I'd like to take a brief look at just 4 of the things that they produce. We produce a career planning journal. This helps you to find not just any job, but a job that's absolutely perfect for you. It guides you through every little step of that journey. Every year we hold an employers forum which brings together both employers and students and allows our students to ask questions of those employers. Of course, this year we weren't able to deliver the event quite in its normal format, so we produced a video which you're more than welcome to watch. You'll find it on KEC's YouTube channel. We recognise that all of our students are individuals, so as well as planning group events like the Employers Forum, we also make sure that we have the ability for our students to seek one-to-one careers advice. That might be with a member of the KEC employability team, or it might be with one of our partner employers who very regularly come into the college. Lastly, we have a series of booklets which we call the KEC Guides too. They're little short booklets which focus on things like writing your curriculum vitae, writing a cover letter, preparing for an interview, all sorts of individual topics like that. So we're again able to give tailored advice. We also host a whole series of events such as field trips and workshops. Those activities might be related to your curriculum, and so we're presenting a field trip or a workshop that's in support of one of the modules that you're studying. We also offer a whole host of activities that are entirely extracurricular but really help you to get the broadest of experiences from your time with Nelson College. In addition to all the fully organised activities, we also publish a What's On calendar. Here we give information on things like events and shows that might be on at an exhibition centre and other things that are outside the college but we feel may be useful to some of you to engage and participate in. My 4th example is activities that we undertake to help you towards your employability. The kind of things that you'd be able to claim on your CV as experience, and you'll all recognise how so many employers are looking for that in addition to qualifications. A few other events and occasions that I'd just like to highlight for you. Something that everyone looks forward to is our World Cuisine Day. It's an opportunity for all of us to explore each other's cultures and look at all sorts of different cuisines from right around the globe. Supporting our HND hospitality management students, we organise a number of events where we've done some very practical activities such as recreating a banqueting suite so that students can get some hands-on experience of conference and banqueting, and in a similar way we recreated a hotel bedroom so we could look at housekeeping services. You'll see us pop up at your induction day and on your orientation days with the college. One event that we're always delighted to be a part of is Nelson College's Learning, Teaching, Engagement and Enhancement Conference. Recognising that social media plays a huge role in how we all communicate these days, you'll find that KEC is very active on all the social media channels. In particular, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and of course LinkedIn. We also maintain a local business network to make sure that there are plenty of opportunities for work placements, research projects, careers advice, and indeed for future career opportunities. That's just a snapshot of what KEC has to offer. Look forward to fielding any questions that you might have later on at the end of today's presentations. I'd now like to introduce you to Shamshar Rahman. Shamshar is our marketing and recruitment manager, and he's going to take you through the step-by-step process of the application to become one of our students.
Thank you, Bruce. Hello, everyone. In this presentation, I'll be talking about the student's admission journey, starting from the application stage through the meeting the entry requirements, interview, and to the offer stage. To apply for any of our courses, you are required to go to our official Nelson College London website and select the course that you are interested in. To register for the course, you need to click on the Apply button, which will take you to the registration page. At the registration page, you are first required to create an account and fill up all your relevant details. You are also required to upload all your relevant documents as per your entry requirement and a clear photo of yourself for identification purpose. To meet the entry requirements, you are to satisfy the requirements of actual program itself, the English proficiency, and our on-site higher education diagnostic assessment. You can meet the entry requirement for the actual program by providing the relevant qualification which has been attained on or before submitting your application. You may also provide your work experience to support your application. Depending on your chosen course, the English proficiency can be met by either providing a qualification on English subject at a relevant level which has been attained on or before submitting your application. Alternatively, the English proficiency can also be met by passing our on-site English test. Regardless whether a candidate has already met the English proficiency, the candidate is required to go through our on-site higher education diagnostic assessment. This is to assess whether the candidate has the basic skills in their English, Maths and IT, as these skills are needed to do any of our program. The interview will mainly focus on your intention to study, whether you have the commitment required to do the program, and you have made the arrangements to attend your mandatory classes. The interview panel may also ask the reasons you have chosen the program and the relevant skills you possess in order to successfully achieve your qualification. Upon meeting the entry requirement, you'll be sent an offer via an email within 1 to 10 days. You will then have 14 days from the receipt of the email to either accept or reject the offer. If you accept the offer, an email will be sent to you to register. This will make you our officially registered student. However, this must be done prior to the day of your induction. Please feel free to ask any questions relating to your admissions. You may also ask questions from our most frequently asked questions.
Thank you, Shamshar. I think you made that really clear for our prospective students. Next, I'd like to hand the virtual stage over to Tatiana Russell. Tatiana is our Human Resources, Health and Safety, Disability Support and Student Welfare Manager. Alongside Tatiana, looking after our student welfare, we also have Lucia Ismail and Hira Khan.
At Nelson College London, we strongly believe in equality, diversity, fairness, and respect for all. We are committed to ensuring equality of opportunity for our students and staff. The college does not discriminate against individuals with disability, mental health condition, specific learning difficulties, or long-term conditions. Any disability disclosure will be dealt with confidentially and sensitively. The college is committed to addressing any individual support requirements and making reasonable adjustments to ensure that students enjoy college experience and achieve their full potential. Such adjustments will be determined during the one-to-one meeting with the Disability Support Officer and with support of evidence submitted by the applicant or student. It is the responsibility of an applicant or student to obtain appropriate medical or psychological evidence and submit it to the college. Evidence must not be more than 4 months old, must be written by a medical professional in accessible English. Any evidence should, wherever possible, identify specific areas of difficulty in relation to study-related problems. Students with disabilities or learning difficulties might be offered blended learning sessions to support their studies. You will receive personalized timetable for online study, additional support from the blended learning support lecturer, and extra activities to support the learning. The Student Welfare Team at Nelson College London supports students with disability as well as care leavers. A care leaver is any adult who has spent time in care as a child, including those who have been adopted, estranged, and unaccompanied asylum seekers. Our committed and determined staff support and help care leavers to build their skills and get into the employment world. A care leaver will receive guidance and support during the application process, a pre-sessional induction event, on-course support, financial support, and one-to-one sessions with the Student Welfare Officer. The college can offer financial help to all students. Students who experience unexpected financial difficulties due to circumstances which could not have been predicted at the start of their course can apply for the NCL Hardship Fund. The college can offer the NCL Bursary Package to students with disabilities or care leavers.